Well, hi to hello, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Hi to hello. And then Val07 there on YouTube says, Go Chiefs. And you guys may not even know this, and I probably should not say it, but I cannot keep, you already know, loose
Old
lips.
G-Pat here.
Loose lips, Lord Longhorn Lester. Okay, loose lips, Lord Longhorn
How many
Lester.
L's can we really get in there?
I don't know, but loose lips Longhorn Lester is really rooting for the Chiefs tonight because my son Le, along with his mom and his stepdad, are actually in Kansas City at that game. That was all he wanted for Christmas. Isn't that sad? I don't know about you guys. Ellie already told everybody. Okay, fine. That's all. That's all he wanted for Christmas was to go to see a Chiefs game. And so he wanted to see them play against the Chargers. I believe it's the Chargers, and they're playing tonight. I'm upset, though. I'm going to just go ahead and take that Chiefs thing off of there now because my team, and I don't really care for the team as much as I love the quarterback. You don't even know who I'm talking about, do you? Well, let me just show you all something.
I'm not very footballish, okay?
I know that you're not, and I know that most of you guys are not either, but I want to show you what my boy Josh Allen did today. And I know that you don't care about this and you don't get it. I know that you don't get it, but I just want to brag a little bit about Josh Allen getting me 51 fantasy points. 51 fantasy points, but they lost. They lost. Anyway, we'll move on about that. Loose lips Lester. No, and I'm a lot bigger football fan. Me and my sons, my mom, my dad, we're the Morrows are a football fan family. We like the NFL more than college. Sorry to all you college fans, but that's great. But we've always enjoyed the NFL. Tonight, Ellie's at a game, and my quarterback got me 51 points. So, talking about Ellie and Megan, what's going on this week with Ellie and Megan, Jamie?
It's wedding week. They may not say it or call it that, but it's wedding week. This is like the final countdown for them. And Friday night when I went live, I mentioned that it was wedding day on Sunday, and people were like, "Oh, nobody told us yet." And
oh no, was it a secret?
So some people were like, "No, Megan just didn't say the exact day. They just said it was coming up." But some other people said that other people on Morrow Hill have talked about it. So
yeah, I mean, come on, you can't keep that's a wedding, y'all. You don't keep a wedding a secret. But and then with having so many video creators, funny story. This morning, Jamie shared with me a memory. She goes, if you don't feel good, then don't go out there and try to make a bunch of videos and stuff. Because, we record a lot over the weekend that we can play during the week. And I'll be honest, right now, I'm very medicated. You probably can tell. You can see it in my eyes for sure. I have not been drinking, okay? But Jamie's like, don't go out there today in this nasty weather trying to make a lot of videos if you're sick. She says, well, there's some really wonderful memories that are popping up on our, you get these annual memories on this day. Oh, well, hello there. Maybe show everybody, sweet Fiona. She wants to say hi to hello. She's like, Daddy, you have not loved me all darn day. And that's not true, Fiona. I loved you a lot this morning. Mom even videoed that.
I did.
Okay, sweetie.
Look at her eye rolling back in her head.
Oh, no. Look who's coming. If Fiona's not enough, and all of a sudden, look who's jealous. Come on, Christmas. Up. Come on, jump up here. Christmas is down here too, y'all. I promise they're all here. The whole gang is here. All right, y'all go play or go to sleep. But no, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. I don't feel good. And Jamie goes,
said you're medicated, and then we were talking about wedding.
Jamie showed me some of the memories from this week, some things that I bet you guys have completely forgot about. And so I'm probably going to play a couple of memories, some of the oldies but goodies that happened back at I'm a Survivor 3, 4, 5 years ago. We got some good videos, y'all, they've kind of been forgotten. And watching those videos, even I had forgotten. And then I told Jamie, look how much we've changed as creators. I'm just going to say this, and this may not be for everybody, but we have learned to streamline. That's a really good word, streamline. Think about it.
Well, hold on a second. Lester has always had the gift of gab, but in the beginning, it was 10 times worse. Like his average video length was like 25, 30 minutes. 25, 30 minutes on a video, because I would start the video and just tell you every
single detail.
It was before you could go live. If you want to know
Oh
the truth.
no. Oh no.
So, but hold on. What I started thinking about today was like he took his whole day and packed it into a video, and now he makes the video, but he also goes live and talks. So like he's got to get it out, and it just comes out in different versions and timing of the day instead of packing it all in.
I'm going to remind you that Who Do You Know has worked 7 years without missing a day. Name one person besides me who has worked 7 years and not missed a day of work. Not a holiday, not a sick day. Name one, Jamie.
I haven't been doing it 7 years. I've been doing it 4 and I haven't missed a day.
We go, y'all. We go. We hustle because we know it's not going to last forever. And we have a really neat story to tell. And we want those stories out there. And so, no, but we found some really wonderful memories. And so what I had to do was, even I could not stand to watch a 25-minute Lester video. So I went down and I streamlined it. And I went by and I took out all of the rambling. Who would have thought I was a rambler? But I went by and I took all the rambling out and all the stuff that didn't really fit the theme. And I come up with some good 10-minute videos that are going to remind you of some good old days, y'all. Some good old days when there were a lot of different babies here.
Yeah.
There was not near the infrastructure of the sanctuary, if you know what I mean by that, the barns and whatnot. And they were full of laughs. Gosh, the animals have always been funny, no matter who or what we've been videoing. They have shown us some real characters. And we're going to have some fun replaying a few of those things. Now, don't worry. I'm still going to go live, y'all. I'm still going to go live on my side hustle.
My favorite thing to do, though, is to pull, like, so every day I will go to the sanctuary and From Suits to Boots and to Jamie Walker, and I will pull up the memories. Now, Jamie Walker was not making videos. I don't have as many memories, and From Suits to Boots only has 1 year of memory on Facebook, but I'm a Survivor has 6 years of memories, and they are fabulous. Like, it's so wild to take me back through a video because number one, it feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
But number two, like taking you back to that time and then looking in the background about things that you forgot about during that time frame. Like the other day I was watching one, and it was before we had
the pond.
Well, the pond, or the only barn that was there was the version that you and I built.
The U-shaped barn.
And the fencing was like just barbed wire plus the back of the yard, which was 6-foot privacy fence. And it was just like was so dynamically different. Like it was close to post Harvey times. Like it was probably that first year after, and it just was. It's really wild to think about how far we've come, but also to think about how little we knew what the hell we were doing during that time.
No, we still don't know what we're doing.
I know that we don't know.
If it's not obvious, just from this week alone, with all of the theatrics of these Longhorns at the other property, I didn't tell everybody, said, you know what? We should be called I'm a ISS, but not I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. I'm a shit show, y'all. I'm a shit show. I am. I'm just a shit shower, okay? That's what I am. And that's what we should name my channel is I'm a shit show, because there ain't nothing that goes right with these Longhorns, or now with Roman, or with our dogs, or with our goats, or with our pigs, or with our horses, or anything else. And what I think is beautiful about the fact that we got all 3 channels that we manage with I'm a Survivor, Longhorn Lusters, in case you haven't noticed the new shirt. And From Suits to Boots, is that we're not going to try to sugarcoat things and make you think that we're perfect, because we ain't, y'all. We don't talk perfect. Jamie does, but I don't talk perfect.
Fiona, what's wrong? She's telling on somebody.
We don't talk. Fiona let us know something's wrong, and she's trying to say something's wrong. There's something awry. I think I know what it is.
I know what it is.
It's Mabel and Mabel and Stella are running around chasing each other. And Fiona does not like that. But I tell you what, we're not going to be one of those channels who know it all and try to tell you how smart we are.
This is not a how-to.
Figure it out.
Because it's not how-to content.
But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this because I read this in a comment today on my live. someone said that the reason they come back to watch every day is because they're going to see some of the theatrics that the animals put on for them, the performances that our animals are so good at putting on.
Oh yeah, they're skilled, all right. It's totally safe.
They love the
We
ragtag.
trained them
They
to do
love the
that.
ragtagness. They love the ragtag operation that we run. And that's wonderful. And we wouldn't trade it for anything, y'all. We would not trade it for anything, nor would we trade you all. So thank you so much for sticking around for so darn long. And thank you for congratulating Ellie and Megan on their big event coming up this weekend.
You did some things today to prepare for the weekend, though.
Yes.
I sent Lester on a mission.
You mean dressing Lex? I think I can find that little thing. Can I find that? Y'all give me 1 second here.
So, we had very strict orders of what brand, exactly what to order. Literally, the pictures with the SKU came, and I had to order all of that because Lex is here this weekend for the first time in like 3 weeks because the holiday was his mom's. And the wedding is this next weekend. So I couldn't take the gamble of it being in stock in store because he's a young man, but he's at
that awkward age.
Yes.
If you know middle school kids, they get to a very awkward age with their growth. And he's at that awkward age. So Jamie did, poor baby, she bought several outfits, all the same.
But I had to buy all the sizes. and then Lex was supposed to come here yesterday because I was like, I can sew enough. Like, by no means am I a tailor, but I can sew enough. And I wanted him to come here. Well, he was sick. Everybody on Morrow Hill's sick, so that failed. So Lester had to be the one to take it to him today and try his outfit on. Now the vest is a little bit big, but as I'm learning, we may not be needing the vest because they may be changing plans for the lineup. But either way, we have all the parts, and we do have to poke. The one alteration we do have to make without fail is one more hole in the belt, and then I think that we're okay. You said, right?
Yeah.
So either way, I will bring a sewing kit just in case we have to take some things in. But Lex is very tall and lanky right now and growing. He's growing like a weed growing. So I had to buy different lengths of shirts and neck sizes because a year ago, Lex was in a 12, 14 in kids. And now he's in men's sizes. And well, if you know anything about shopping for men's sizes in dress clothes like this, it's like 14 and a half by 14, 15, or like you have to measure sleeve length and like a real man, right? So we didn't know those parts of Lex, and they could change in a week, to be honest. So
obviously these shirts, these are right out of the wrappers.
Yeah.
I had to sit there and pull all the little pins out. So everything's wrinkled, and he would not stand up straight, and he did not want to pose for a picture. But I says, leave the tags on it, and we'll let Jamie see what she thinks. We'll let his mom have a look at it. And then we also sent it to Megan and LE to make sure it's all the right colors, because he is going to be, and he is one of the
groomsmen.
He's in the wedding. So I think everyone is okay with everything. So now we'll have to take that outfit and get it all steamed or whatever y'all do.
Yes, it'll go to the cleaners and get all pressed.
It'll get all cleaned up, and he'll be ready to go next weekend. So we're blessed. Lex is a really funny guy, and we have so much fun with him. But no, he's been sick. I've been sick. My dad's sick. I do believe that everybody on Morrow Hill has had something or another. My mom's been sick for a few days. But listen, when we say sick, this is not the kind that y'all have to worry about.
Under the weather.
Under the weather might be a better way to put it. I felt bad for people who were messaging today hoping that I'm okay. Guys, it's not like sick like that. And I don't want to ever make it seem like, oh my God, we're sick. No, we just don't feel our normal chipper selves. So we may sleep a little more, rest a little more. Today, I took a morning bath. Jamie run me a tub this morning. And now don't get me wrong. I love to soak in that tub. You guys know me, but I don't normally soak in the mornings. And today I did. I just sat in the tub for an hour probably till the water was cold. And that made me feel better. Now I had a hard time getting out because I was all like, it like depletes you. but I ended up having a decent day and got a few things done. We did get Lex all taken care of, so that was huge.
That was the biggest goal of the weekend, was to ensure that Lex has clothes for the wedding, because
now I have to go. So I
Yeah.
don't know when. We got to find, Jamie has to find some time to go with me, because now I have to find me an outfit.
I think we're gonna go tomorrow evening.
Okay.
I think that's our plan. So
I do not own a suit. My last several years of teaching, they got rid of the tie rule. There was no more pantyhose for the ladies. Teaching got to be a whole lot more slack as far as dress code goes. And here's why I think it happened. I think that they were having so many the turnover ratio with teachers is just out of control. You cannot keep a teacher. And the schools are so dumb. They think it's because of the dress code. Teachers don't want to wear a tie. They don't want to tuck their shirts in. Women don't want to wear hose. No, it's because they fill you up with lesson plans and grade book programs, and they don't support you. They support the parents are always right and the teacher's always wrong. But bottom line is, they had really got lax on the dress code, and then Hurricane Harvey happened and all of my clothes ruined. So I have no suit. I have some decent pairs of slacks, but I tell you what, Jamie, I've probably gained a few pounds since I've worn them slacks.
We're getting Lester a full suit.
I'm
It'll be
gonna
the
get a
first.
suit.
I think this will probably be the first time that you've been fitted for a suit, correct? Or have
Well,
you
now,
been
Jamie,
fitted? Have you been fitted
since
before?
I've known you, when life began? Yes, life began for me the day I met Jamie. So yes, together, Jamie
hold
and I.
Hold on.
I've been married twice. Gosh darn it! You think I wore this? You think I went to? You think that? Oh, it's okay.
I think
It's okay. I've been in weddings, Jamie. I have had plenty of suits. I've been to the men's warehouse. I've done all the things. I even went to my junior and senior prom, Jamie, and I had to rent tuxes. I know all about cummerbunds and all about matching the cummerbund with all of the stuff.
Well, that's a step up from camouflage shorts and Crocs, then, isn't it?
I'm not going to rent a suit. I want to own a suit. I don't plan on losing any weight.
I just meant that, had you ever been fitted versus go to a store and just pick something off the rack? That's all I meant. I didn't know that if you'd been fitted before.
Hoo-wee. Well, so this week I shall be getting fitted for a suit, and I'm excited about it. So
you know what I wish, though?
What? Hold on. Why is Charlene telling me to calm down?
Because you got a little bit agitated about that.
Oh boy, Charlene.
So I wish that women had a place that you could go get fitted like that, because there is no place that I know of that you can walk in and they're like, here, let's buy you something off the rack and then we'll tailor it for you and you pick it up in a few days. That doesn't exist. And to buy women's suits, it's not the same. Like it's nowhere near the same.
Well, when I watched movies, in movies, they have women that will fit you, and they have other girls that bring in dresses.
But that's wedding dresses.
Yeah.
That's not for.
Oh, that's not the same.
That's not for like a suit for men.
Bridal shop.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about regular for business clothes, for just having nice dresses. Like there's not a place that you go and do those things for the average woman. Like bridal is about it.
Chili Mama says it does exist, Jamie, but those places cost a lot.
See, that's not fair, because it does. I mean, it is expensive at Men's Warehouse. It's not like you buy 12 suits at one time or anything like that, but it's just not fair that it doesn't. I've never had that experience. I'll say that.
Oh, well, if you tell me where one's at, we'll have to go take you there for something.
I don't know.
Jamie, so Jamie tricked me about that bath this morning. Remember how I told y'all she ran me a tub and got me to go soak in the tub? So what I normally do, if I don't have a book, and I've been reading a lot of my book. Where's my book? Oh, it's at the other property. I've been reading my own biography a lot lately, the one that the AI did for me. But if I'm not reading out of my book, I'm reading on my phone. And Jamie, though, ran me a tub, and she goes, "Oh, I want you to look at something." So I am the kind of guy to put my phone down and give her my full attention. And all of a sudden, she starts stripping down, and then she wants to show me her dresses that she's having to pick and choose between for the wedding this weekend. And I had to sit there in that tub for, I'm going to say, probably 30 minutes and sit there and like was I attentive?
You were attentive.
And I'm like, yeah, I like number 1. Don't like number 2. Number 3's nice. Number 4 now. Number 5, no. But I was very attentive and I did my job, friends. But she tricked me. Because she knows that if it was a normal day, I would have never found 30 minutes to sit there on the couch and like, oh yes, show me what you got. Let's see. Put them on. Come on, put them on. Come on. Hurry. Oh my God. Oh, girl, turn around. Let's see what you got. Oh, that's not really what I do because I'm busy. So she waited till I was sick and I was in the tub where I could barely move. And that's when she said, hey, while you're here, I'm going to show you all of my dresses. And I sat there.
Hold on.
And I sat there.
Hold on.
Well, I laid there.
Part of it is because it was a rainy, nasty day outside and I had the time to do it. You just happened to be inside also because it was on my agenda today, regardless of if you were the viewing participant. I almost went live to show everybody else.
You should have. That would have been a good live. People would have loved that. I think you should redo it for a live.
Maybe Tuesday. Maybe that's what I'll do. Time out.
I think that you should.
Now,
are you going to show all of them or just the 3 that I picked? Because I narrowed it down to 3. She had 6 and I narrowed it to 3.
I'll show all 6 because women have different opinions.
Okay. So for everyone who's mad at me right now, y'all, I'm playing. This is how I joke. This is how I play and how I joke. Jamie, am I serious? Am I playing?
You're playing.
Come on, y'all. Relax. What's on our list? Oh, who wants to talk about Roman and Rita? Who wants to talk about some animals? I mean, come on. Nobody? Not you?
I would love to talk about Roman and Rita.
Let's talk about them then.
So I got to spend some one-on-one time with Roman today. I made a video, of course, but it was the first time that I have been with Roman where you weren't at the property at all. So that was kind of a special thing for me.
It is special. He's a big boy, is he not?
Oh, he's a huge boy, but what I'm learning about Roman is that he seeks companionship.
Yes, doesn't he though?
He desperately wants a companion. And I know that we have intentions of doing that. But I told Lester today something that was probably disappointing for him to hear because Lester's ready for this. There's so much rain that has fallen at JL North that we're going to have to wait a few days for it to dry out before we can bring Rita over.
Yeah, we don't want Rita getting thrush. We don't want Roman getting thrush. So we're trying to find ways to keep their hooves drier, which I know it's impossible to keep them all the way dry, but it is really a mess up there. So it's a soil type. There's a lot of clay, and we love clay because it holds moisture, which gives us really wonderful grass, right? The more moisture that your soil can hold on to, the better your grass and your hay. And so we love it for that. However, it also, on these rainy days or these rainy weeks, it can also hold on to enough moisture where it gets to be quite muddy. And whereas, at the sanctuary there in Plum Grove, or even here where you have more, it's more of a sandy soil. There is some clay, but it's not as clayey. Is that a word? But there's some clay over there.
Well, in Plum Grove, it's mostly sand.
Oh yeah, very
you just
sand.
Think that it's kind of a riverbed, really, is what absolutely. It is. So it's mostly sand there.
So the drainage there is perfect. Yeah. With sand, everything drains amazing in sand. However, you lose your grass over there real fast.
Yes, because everything is very mobile. Now at JL North, it is very fertile dirt. But it does have a lot of clay in it, so the moisture lingers a lot longer. It does because it's mostly flat. Like it does have a slope, but at the end of the day, like there's low spots. So we had 6 inches of rain this weekend. That's a lot in a short amount of time with no sunshine to dry it out. Like no sunshine to send any moisture absorption whatsoever. It is moist air and it is cold and nasty. So we're going to need to wait a few days. The other problem with that is that there's more rain coming. There's more freezing nights coming. So we're going to play it by ear on what day, but the pastures have to be dry enough so that way when there's going to be running, right? Like there's going to be running and some chase and things that happen out there. We just want to prevent any major slips and injuries because right now it's slicker than snot on that clay. What are you looking for?
Mr. Patrick. You keep talking though.
Um,
I'm gonna send Patrick to the sweet by and by.
okay.
Adios, Mr. Patrick. If I find your comment, keep talk.
So I know that we're all eager for Rita to meet Roman and for that to happen. I will say that Rita has found herself amongst the littles and is in this super like
Oh, she loves being the life of the party, doesn't she?
she feels like she is on top of the world right now. So personally, I'm not sad that it's going to take a little bit more time because Rita's routine with the way that Lester redid the gate and how we've shuffled a few things out there has Rita like standing taller and more confident in herself. And like, I've seen a change in Rita in the last 10 days, like more growth in the last 10 days than I've seen in months. And it's really awesome to be a part of and to watch her go through that. And I'm excited for what that will, how that will integrate with Roman, but we want the grounds to be appropriate so that there's no risk there, basically.
So we are having a couple of dry days.
Yeah.
But like Jamie said, we don't know there'll be much sun. But we are going to have Courtney and Ashley come out and attempt, and we'll have to say that again. They're going to attempt to have a peek at his hooves and see if they can get some work done. But we don't know if that'll happen or not. They'll come out, but we'll just keep our fingers crossed they can work with him enough. Do you not think that in that big red barn, he seems like he's enjoying himself?
Yes.
And he's easier to work with?
Yeah.
In that barn instead of out there in the pasture.
Well, because you have to think about, okay, I don't mean to use Rick's channel name, but you have to think like Roman. He knows.
I don't think Rick minds.
You're thinking like a horse. Roman knows that that's his space. He also has walked it and can see the barriers himself and know that nothing else external is going to be able to get through. So he has some confidence in his space in the red barn. He also, I think, probably has had a barn or a stable life because he's acting like it. He's acting like this is what he does. This is what he owns. I know that he took out your gate holder this morning. I'm not sure why, but the rest of the time he doesn't even push his body up against the gates.
No.
And that's really powerful to me because he
could almost step over the gates.
But he's not trying to.
No. But he walks up, he's like, "Hey guys."
So I feel like
it's like Mr. Ed. You remember you're too young to know about his name is Mr. Ed. Oh, horses are horses, of course. You don't know about this, do you? So there was a movie, a TV show. It was in black and white, and it was about a talking horse whose name was Mr. Ed. And he would walk up and he would talk to his owner. Okay. And they had anyway, go ahead.
Roman talks to me. I don't know if he talks to you, but he talks to me. No, but there's a confidence about him in there. So I wasn't concerned today whenever you sent, you messaged and on the live and then messaged after and said, "Can I leave him in here all day?" Because Roman is at peace.
Yeah. He's just like having the greatest time ever.
Like that he's claimed ownership of that. I'm not sure that your tractor's going to make it back in there.
Oh, no.
Soon.
Oh, no.
He's like, "This is the Roman barn. This is where I'm at."
I don't guess it'd be a problem moving him out of his pasture to the barn at night if he likes it so much, is there?
I think there's a lot of things about it that are good.
To graze.
It's dry.
It is dry.
He has access to hay to eat.
Well, not his kind of hay, but he can eat cow hay.
He can, but it also has light. It has a windbreak, and it has barriers that I think that he's used to. Like, this told me a lot about Roman. So I'm not saying it has to be that way all the time, but for now, he's feeling pretty good.
Here's the thing. I like routine as much as the next guy. And so I understand animals like routine as well. And I would have no problem as part of the routine to bring Roman out of the pasture into the barn because it does have light. It's very lit up. Now we're going to work on some lighting for his pasture eventually.
Yeah.
But it's just a nasty mess. You can't do hardly anything over there right now.
But it is. And don't get me wrong. It's nasty here too. Like 6 inches of rain is a lot of rain in 48 hours. And
you know what I like more than anything else is the fact that you can go on this darn camera. Oh, by the way, you can see what he's doing. Let me put it on mute. Right. Don't bother everybody. you can go and see what he's doing at any moment of the
Yeah.
day. Now, right over there, he's over there staring out the back gate. He's staring out the back gate, watching the cows, I guess. And as of right now, I don't think there's any other cows in there with him. The calves can sometimes sneak in. I don't even see Sadie, but the floor is wonderful. And he just really enjoys being able to see what everyone's up to. And like we said, the camera is right there.
You have to stop that. I was going to dead the battery
Yes.
on the.
Tell him how funny it is, though, that when the cameras detect him, it says what?
It says human.
Isn't that funny?
And mostly when it catches his backside, I guess because he's so tall, that it literally says human.
Our cameras are programmed, and these were not ones that we bought. It was a sponsorship that Jamie got, but they're programmed to where they can identify faces, and so it'll alert your phone that stranger if it sees a human who's not programmed into the phone. If it shows me, it's not going to alert because it knows it's me.
Yeah,
If
it says
shows,
it'll tell me,
Lester
was spotted or
yes.
something.
But with Roman, it says human. And I'm like, human?
It doesn't say stranger.
It doesn't say
Because it will say
stranger.
stranger, but it says human. And I'm like, what's the difference between a stranger? So I guess it's caught that it keeps recognizing
That he's there
that
so
he's there.
much
There,
that he's
but
not
he
a
doesn't have
stranger if
name
he's
yet.
there every day.
So we're gonna have to name him Roman on the thing, and it'll tell
Roman.
you like Roman was spotted.
Roman is pea patting the cows.
Yeah.
Yes, Roman is pea patting the cows.
But that's
what
his
he's doing.
favorite spot right there, is up against the wall, and I just think that that's where he feels safe. Plus, his feet are dry. I can't like keep saying that enough. Horse feet are the key to their health. Feet and gut, key to their health, then teeth as well. But if their feet aren't healthy, these are animals that stand up for 22 hours a day, then you have big problems. So Roman's feet being dry is like so necessary. So necessary.
So we will be moving Rita, but we're just not sure of what day. We did talk to Think Like a Horse, Rick Gore, and he's someone who's in our circle of people we trust when it comes to horses. And I was invited onto his show this morning. We had a wonderful conversation, and we got a lot of our questions answered. And Rick says, when it's time to introduce Rita, stick her in there. Just stick her in there and walk away and let them work it out. And I'm like, oh no, Rick, I just got to make sure.
Not in the stall,
Rick.
in the pasture.
Yeah, not inside the stall. I mean, obviously, but in the pasture, he says, just back the trailer up and let her in and walk away. Don't try to go up there and play mommy or daddy.
I'm in a different mindset.
And don't, he goes, let them establish their.
I'm in a across the pastures from each other at first. Let them talk a little bit, or even just her in the courtyard through the fence a little bit, like that. She's a baby.
I know, but from what we listen, she's a baby. You're right, but we do think that she's going to be the one who's going to bring a little excitement to that ranch over there. She's going to be the one who's going to bring a little fire and brimstone, not fire and brimstone, fire, and she's going to bring a little heat. Okay. And she's going to really excite Roman. He's going, where have you been all my life? Good looking. And so I'm excited about that for him, because he does want a companion, and it can't be me and it can't be you. He has to have companions. And that's why I think he's so happy hanging out with Sadie or hanging out with the Longhorns. He's like, hey, I'm cool with anybody, man. Come on in, y'all. Here, I'll break the gate open for you. And he did that last night and let everybody come in with him. Destroyed my hay. Fire and ice.
We're gonna see how it goes. And please hear us both whenever I say this. There are 5 total pastures that we have access to. So 2 here and 3 at JL North. And we will always do what's best for our animals. Even if we make mistakes, we will never be too prideful to admit those mistakes and make changes again. So hear us loud and clear on that. This is our intention, but you can't force things on animals. So we think it's going to be great, but if it's not, then we will pivot again, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what we do. Like Jamie said, if we move Rita over, and even if we feel like it's not going well, if it starts to change Roman's demeanor, if it starts if it starts doing anything that we don't feel like it's in the best interest, then we'll work on doing what's next and we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
So, but I do have my fingers crossed. I really want them to be a wonderful pair and let Rita grow up and have him to watch over her and look over her. Don't forget, y'all, he's a senior horse, even though he's only 13. A horse like him, that type of horse, a draft, they don't live the same life that our other kind of horses do.
As Rick said, he's in his golden years.
He's in his golden years, and he's just ready to relax and chill and hang out. And Rita, I think, will bring some excitement to his life, and she may drive him crazy the way most of you women drive us crazy. We can't live with you, but we can't live without you neither. And so I think it's going to be fine.
So it reminds me a little bit of when we decided to put Dixie and Beverly together, because keep in mind while they were in the same pasture at Plum Grove before, here's Dixie, who's a senior horse, and Beverly, who was not even a year old, but Beverly was in with her mother.
Right.
And Dixie was in with Voodoo and Bucky's and the rest of the donkeys. Like it was chaos, right?
Yeah.
And we knew that Dixie was like being bullied and just left out. And we were like, you know what? Let's try some different dynamics. And Bev was like just annoying the crap out of Imogene and was still trying to nurse. And it was way beyond that time. And she would steal Imogene's food. And like she was a detriment to Imogene. So we're like, let's put them together, right? So you have wild and crazy Beverly and been there, done that Dixie, and they get out of the trailer here, and Dixie runs and does her beautiful thing that I captured on video. But Beverly was so annoying in the beginning. Like Dixie looked at me like, what have you given me here? And they like, it took a little time, but all of a sudden, Beverly, number one, began to believe that she was a horse. And number two, Dixie looked out for her. Yeah. Dixie when I would pull Dixie out of, like, we would have them in the dry lot and I would let her out for sometimes, or I would have to pull her out to be able to work with her. She would stand in the gate until Beverly would come through. And then Beverly would do the same exact things. And they became the best of friends. And they were so dynamically different in the beginning. My hopes are that that's what happens with Roman and Rita, that they find partnership in each other and confidence in each other, and that they take each other's best qualities and learn from them. And that is my like most unicorn wish ever.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were telling Rick, that, you know, we were told that the alpha would straighten Rita up. Then we were told that maybe mares could straighten her out. And nothing seemed to have worked so far, but we really do hope.
She's young. She's like 3.5 years old, which, you know, she's still a filly. She's a teenager. Lord. But as I mentioned today on Rick's Live, I really have seen maturity in her in the last few days that I haven't seen before. And maybe that's just happened. Maybe it really has come from taking ownership. Maybe, I don't know, but I can walk in that pasture freely. And she is the most gentle approach ever and isn't fighting for attention. Even when I, go love on the donkeys, she's not stealing food from them. Like it really is different this last week.
Yeah, she's being a good girl. We love her. Let's move down our list. The funny thing is, we actually jotted down a list because there's so much to talk about. And would y'all believe we've only talked about 2 topics? We still have several to go, and we are moving through our time pretty fast. We have to remind you guys that all of the fences have been mended. So many people are upset that we had a couple of days of longhorns out, but I did patch and repair those fences over there. So if we do let Rita or Roman or anyone else out into the other pastures, their fences have been mended and they're not going to be rubbing noses with the other horses next door. We have a DMZ. I wanted to make that point. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We do not like the other horses next door. Jamie likes them. I don't. I just see all the potential. I feel sad for them too. Now, don't get me wrong. We water them and we put out hay for them, and we love them. We give them snacks. And we feel sorry for them. But I also remember how much HELL they put us through with Voodoo and all that riffraff. So my concerns with Rita and the horses next door is a concern. It's absolutely a concern. But I want to remind you all of some things that I've done. And if you've not watched the videos lately, you wouldn't know this, but last weekend we bought electric fencing. So we will have the electric fencing that will be an additional deterrent from those horses next door coming up over our fences and pushing through into our pastures. We also have the Rita going into a pasture where there's not any T-post. There's no T-post. And if we end up moving them into the T-posted pasture, we have covers for those T-posts, some that you sent us and some that Jamie improvised on. That's kind of a joke. We're going to wait and show you that if we have to. We may not even have to show you how Jamie improvised, but if we do, then that will happen. But we will not have the threat of the T-post, the dreaded T-post. All right. And
it's gonna be good. I really feel like we've come a long way from a safety standpoint. And even today with Roman in that barn, I was a little bit nervous about what those horses would do. They saw him, but then whenever I got there a few hours later, they were nowhere to be seen. So it's not like they hung at the gate and just like couldn't wait to get to him or things like that.
Well, I think that me walking over and tying that gate up just for extra layer protection kind of ran them off too. So
they're very like Grandpa allows me to touch him, but the other two are very spooky horses. They're not nearly as social. I mean, they're not used to being around people, besides whenever we feed them and things like that, but they don't have a reason to break in, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah,
maybe not. Okay, let's talk about your Christmas video.
I will start filming this week. I'm excited. There will be a final product that comes out for Christmas, but I will video and show it in progress as I'm doing it. Do I want to say what
I don't think that you should give them any details.
Okay.
Just know that I'm just trying to think about things that we've been asked about or things that we wanted to talk about. So Christmas is coming. It's only 2 weeks away. Is that how close it is? What's today's date? The 8th?
Yeah.
So we only have a couple of weeks, y'all.
Yeah, we have like 14 days. Is that right? 12 days, something like that. Like it's not a long time. That's what I know. 14, something like that. It's not a long time, but I'm going to start working on that this week, weather permitting, of course. But I'm really excited about
2 weeks this Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you for the words.
Yeah, we're not going to do merchandise this year, y'all. We and Jamie and I feels the same way. So I don't care if she talks about it or I do, but we have asked a lot of you guys this year. We really have. We've asked a lot of you. And we're just not going to keep asking and asking. The animals are fine. We're figuring everything out. The issues with Facebook are going to be issues that we'll have to just figure out. And but we're not going to do merchandise sales, not for Christmas time. And I'm sorry, but we're just not going to do that.
We felt like the timing of Voodoo stuff and what we asked of you during that time was pretty big.
It was huge.
And
then we had the whole Ernie issue that cost even more. So you guys have been so good to us, and you continually and always show kindness in so many different ways. But we're not going to do a Christmas drive for anything. You guys spend your money on you guys.
We'll talk about merch more after the first of the year, I promise. But for now, y'all take care of yourselves and your families.
I'm going to have to address a sweet lady. Listen, I when I say streamline, she won't let that go. She keeps coming back and back and back. And you haven't grabbed my knee yet. So all I'm going to say is
I'll put my hand here just in case.
I know. I've trying to. They're going so fast. Listen, friends. We have something called analytics on our videos, and it was foolish to continue to make 25-minute videos if in fact most people, the majority, only watch 7 or 8 minutes of that video. Think about it for a minute. And so we realized that we had to streamline our content and get it down to where we're competing for time. Think about that for a minute. We're competing for time. And if you cannot give Lester 25 minutes and then still find time for Jamie or not the average person.
But hold on. Facebook also doesn't want that long of content.
Oh, no, Facebook is
you can't even really upload it without being shoved down in the they won't publish it. They don't want long form content.
Yeah, they're going to win no matter what. YouTube is still welcome long content.
Yeah.
But even on a YouTube video, we still know what our average watch time is. And most folks, and when I say most, it's not everybody, but most are going to watch 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and then they're done because they have a life to live. Okay. And so you're not going to catch any more 25-minute videos on these channels. We're not. So
it's going to be fine. You're going to love what he's done with it. I promise you.
yeah.
And as far as merch, I am working on new designs for merch and other things, but there was no way to get that also done before Christmas. And
what I want is some creativity. Now, don't forget, it was you guys that came up with a lot of the things that we use now in our logos and the different designs and stuff like that. So we have the JL North. We need a JL North logo and a JL South logo. And what I would love is if we could find a way to incorporate sort of maybe who's who, because
do not separate. Stop that right now.
Okay.
Don't you do that.
No.
Don't you even do that.
Okay, never mind. But we do need a logo for JL North and JL South. Yes?
No.
We need a logo so we can
have it.
Huh?
I already have it. It's okay.
You already have it. You would have shown me if you had it.
No, because that was for Christmas.
It's for Christmas. Oh, never mind then. Don't do anything. If y'all know, if you have skills, don't
You
send
can
them.
still do it. I can change things last minute.
I'm sorry, babe. You didn't say that to me. That was not on our list.
No, it wasn't on the list.
Oh, this is fun. So let's talk about Christmas gifts. So Jamie's working on the Christmas video, and I'm excited about that. Now, you guys know what I do for Christmas every year, and I got to have some fun with my very first recipient of Lester's Christmas, which is Deal or No Deal. And it was Miss Teresa Eulenhake, who's one of the moderators on the channel. And we had Teresa come on the live on Friday, and she and I played, she along with the folks who were watching, got to watch her play Deal or No Deal. And we're excited about that. So what I'll be doing a lot of in the next 2 weeks are doing little video snippets of me playing with all the Morrow family members. And so that was a lot of fun last year.
It was a lot of fun. I think that you should do a day where you just tell people like that. The first time that you went live at your mom and dad's last year, where everybody just kind of showed up and it was kind of like an open house ordeal, like as many as you could get in one day.
I'll try that.
That was
sure.
really fun. To be honest with you, that was the most fun one for me to watch, is like who's going to show up. And they're all competitive. So when they hear about the person, because they're Morrows, when they hear about the person before them that made it, $50 or what they settled for, the next person's like, I'm not stopping till I get to the top, whatever. Deal or no deal.
It's just deal or no deal. Well, I don't get it. Deal. My body's not made that way. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Deal or No Deal's coming up, and we will absolutely be having some fun videos with all of that. And then don't forget that last year, what Jamie and I did that was really special was took our Christmas on the road. We went to our, who remembers this? Who remembers where Jamie and I go every year for Christmas? Who remembers this? Let's see if anyone can remember. And we took our game with us, and we found 2 people to play. They were both by themselves having their Christmas dinner alone. And we invited them to play Deal or No Deal with us. And we made some fun videos with that and some awesome memories. I don't see anyone actually say, here it comes. So if you're saying IHOP, you're not. No, it's Denny's. If you're saying Denny's, you are correct. We go to Denny's every year, and we enjoy doing that. And someone says go to Golden Corral. No, it's Denny's. Denny's is open. I don't think Golden Corral would be open on Christmas Day.
I don't think so.
So we all go to Denny's and have fun. We've been doing that for years.
Denny's is like our Christmas.
We only go there one time a year, and it's Christmas.
Yeah.
So we will do that again this year. So be looking forward to the Deal or No Deal. And then, of course, the last thing I was going to talk about as far as Christmas goes is something that Jamie got everybody, I think. Can I talk about that? Because it was so weird. There's this big old box comes.
Lester's killing me. The G-Pat in him is so profound.
It scared me.
That he has to sharing is caring for
Listen,
Loose Lips Lester.
This is not a surprise unless y'all tell them, because I promise you there's no family member watching this video. There's no one watching the video. Okay. We don't watch each other's videos. So there's no family member watching.
That's not true.
Mostly it's true. But listen, I get this huge box and it comes to Longhorn Lester's. So I went ahead and opened it because I could not imagine what it was. And it comes from an Amazon shipping center. And when I open it, there are like hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but dozens of knives. Knives, Knives, plural, knives. And I don't know what in the world I'm thinking. Who in the world sent all of these knives? Like knives. Anyway, tell the story of your knives, please. I've come to find out she ordered these.
My grandparents bought me a knife when Xander was born. I was living on my own, and
Was it a set?
So
or one?
I only got one, and it said the never sharpened knife, and I didn't know anything about knives or anything. Here I am moving out and like happy to have anything anyone would give me. And for Christmas, I got this knife. And I will tell you that is 21 and a half years old at this point in time. It's my favorite knife. It's my most favorite knife, and I still have it. So I went on a quest to find the exact knives. Lo and behold, they actually come in a set now of different versions. And that is what I got. All of the Maros is knives.
But there's a lot of them. And I'm like, Jamie, they'll be fine with box cutters. That's what I use. I use box cutters for everything. They're a lot cheaper, and you can just throw them away when they get dull and pull out another one. No, she wanted to order real nice knives. So I'm like, okay, don't get up onto me for playing Deal or No Deal, where someone may win $1, they could win $5. Here's the thing. The beauty of my gifting is the chance. It's like when you play the lottery. Most times you're never going to win, but there's that excitement of maybe this could be the day. This could be the day. And so Deal or No Deal for me, and Jamie bought knives. And there you go. And that's all they're getting from us.
From now on, though, no way in hell is anything going to get open. I'm going to hide everything from now on.
Well, you got to don't put Longhorn Lester.
I didn't. You opened my package.
I have a Ginsu. Was yours a Ginsu? Because that's
I'll
from my generation.
I'll just show you.
Ginsu used to be. Ginsu was commercials. I never had a Ginsu, but they would come on TV and they would take like a Coke can and it would like slice like warm butter. A Ginsu would go through anything. And so someone actually, you actually have a Ginsu?
No, it's not a Ginsu.
I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh. Now I can't find it. You probably took it.
No. Here's all I need right here. Look. Boom. This is all we need.
It's out in the other kitchen.
Oh no.
So it's a never sharpened knife. It probably was as seen on TV or at some stand.
Is it as good as a Ginsu though?
Yes, it is better. And it's still I've never sharpened it once.
People think that knives are great gifts. I did not think they were going to think those would be great gifts. Well, that's awesome.
Somebody else says I have them. I'm gonna find it. Anyway, it was
Ginsu
I have
knives.
bought other knife sets and other things that have long rusted out or just been awful cheap. Even the expensive set is not great at all. And this knife has been, you can slice a tomato like paper thin with it. It's like that tight. And it's really, and you can slice meat and you can cut bread. Like it is oddly my favorite thing. And I was like, trying to find something practical that's not just something that somebody's going to throw away. And
I did not know there was going to be so many people who think that gifting a knife is a great. You know what's going to happen though by us saying knife? We're going to get this entire video going to be taken off of Facebook. You know that, right? We said it too many times. And
Forever Sharp is what they're called.
Forever Sharp, and you've had one for years and years and years.
I have had.
Put it closer, baby.
This top one for. One of those top three
for
years and years and years.
Yes,
and
I have seen that knife.
I mean it when I tell you it cuts everything. You can cut a watermelon with it. You can cut pizza with it. You can literally like everything.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm not trying to be an infomercial or I get no credit or anything like that.
We're not a sponsor for those guys.
But it's traveled with me. So.
Well, There you go. That's Jamie's Christmas.
Sorry that I'm not very creative or individualized.
No, you give the best gifts, and I guess people are going to love them.
Last year,
These people over here love them. They
I
love
still
the
am
idea
doing
of 'em.
something else that is in addition to that, but I ain't talking about it because he doesn't even know.
I already do know. I already know. If you're talking about the thing out there in that shop, and candies and things that will last 25 years.
How do you know?
You told me. When we sat down and did our budget, we did a budget. We're like everyone's. We do a budget.
I'm freeze drying.
Where's your paper at? Where's that paper with little names on it?
I stopped filling it out because you're going to tell everybody what they got.
Oh, no, I'm not. Jamie made a piece of paper on a computer paper or typing paper, whatever. You know, the clear paper, the just whatever. And she put every person's name on it. And I says, what are you doing that for? I says, I'm doing deal or no deal with all of them. And Jamie wants to go by and do individualized gifts with everybody. And so we ended up talking about our budgeting and how much we can spend and all that kind of stuff that we all do. We're not going to go overboard this year. And Uncle Dan's getting the best gift of everybody, though. Uncle Dan's getting the best gift.
Well, that was because that was initially about the gift exchange.
Yes, and that was and that idea fell through the cracks.
So now that we're gifting everyone,
my mom ruined that idea.
I am also freeze drying a variety of things.
You said it, not me.
You already said it.
How? When?
That thing out there with all the candy?
No one knew what I was talking about.
They knew.
Oh, Lordy. No, so yeah, so I think that those are the best gifts, because if you give someone a shirt or a pair of shoes or socks or whatever, you don't know. I mean, they're all going to give you the same generic, oh, thank you. But when you give them something that they're going to actually use, then that's always better. So I guess in that way, knives are wonderful because every family needs a set of knives.
Well, last year I did mini chainsaw for all the ladies.
That was wonderful.
The year before I did those flashlights that we love so much that you can see all the way, a mile away, that are rechargeable. So like, it's silly to say that I give everybody the same thing, but if you're shopping for like 25 people, like
no, and I think that's the main thing. As long as they're going to, if it's going to be used, then it's a good gift.
Yeah.
If it's going to be used, and you're right, it just seems weird to give knives for Christmas. And when you told me that you were gifted a knife for Christmas, and I'm like, what kind of family are you coming from? Who does that? And then to come to find out you're going to give all of my family knives for Christmas.
From a family that butchers deer and stuff. So
that's true.
It was very appropriate for those, that's pretty normal. Like, yeah. But I will say, I love that knife, and I've never had to sharpen it, and I can still slice tomatoes with it today.
I'm so sorry you can't find it. And I just hope to God that I didn't do something with it, because I really do use box cutters for everything.
No, I do believe that I brought it out to the other kitchen to cut up some of the taffy.
Oh, okay. There you go. So, well, friends, listen, that is our hour. We want to say thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit, for all the wonderful questions.
Hold on a second. Somebody says socks and underwear were our family Christmas gifts. Still, yes, absolutely. And anything from October forward that you ran out of, my mother would say, just put it on your Christmas list. We're out of toothpaste, Mom. Just put it on your Christmas list. We're out of peanut butter. Put it on your Christmas list. Like anything that you needed. She probably wasn't even listening to what we said, or wanted during the time. It would always be just put it on your Christmas list. Listen
to this little cute story. And I know I told y'all we'll let y'all go, but I haven't even told you this yet. So that my son Lex, and this is he's middle school now, and he's had a couple of girlfriends. So today I said, so, hey, how's it going with your girlfriend? Y'all still together? Because, I told him that middle school relationships don't really last long. And so don't take it personal when y'all break up, because people have to, the talk. And so he goes, yeah, we'll be 2 months on Wednesday. And I look at him, I'm driving him home, and I'm like, 2 months this Wednesday? He goes, yeah, we'll be together 2 months on Wednesday. And I'm thinking, son, and now I'm kind of worried, because 2 months with a middle school kid is like, whoa, that's a long time.
Are you impressed that he knew that, though?
Well, that's impressive too. But here's where I was going with this about Christmas. I says, well, listen, if you guys have been together that long, I says, that you might want to start thinking about Christmas. He goes, I've already got her something.
Aww.
I'm like, you got her something? He goes, well, me and my mom ordered it.
Aw.
And I'm like, I says, what did you order? So he goes, okay, I forgot the name of the place though. What's that name of that place? It goes by its initials, I think, where all those charms are at. It's a really fun store where they sell a lot of charms, bracelets, necklaces. Come on, y'all. Everyone knows this. All girls love this place. Come on, Jamie. It's a store where all girls love the charms. And Jamie, please tell me.
The last thing that I remember is icing.
Not Pandora. No, it's
There's a store.
James Avery. Someone said James Avery. So he and his mom.
That's only a Texas thing.
That's a Texas thing?
That's only in Texas.
James Avery's only Texas.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Oh, well, I didn't know y'all didn't do that. Well, you're missing out then, Jamie. So if you don't know, James Avery is a really nice jewelry store. I guess it's a jewelry store. And I think that they specialize in making like charm bracelets.
Yeah.
And so you can get like your dog or your cat or your kids or whatever. Anyway, so I'm like, you and your mom got her something off James Avery. I'm like what? He goes, well, her favorite color is blue, baby blue. So we have a little, he goes, I got her a necklace and it has like a little rectangle and one has like a little baby blue, I guess a little gem or something in there. And then there's a little engraving. I'm like, what'd you engrave? He goes, well, I mean, I just like, and he was embarrassed to tell me. I'm like, son, you can tell me. I said, it's okay. You can tell me. He goes, well, I just, on the front, I says, I'll love you forever. I'm like, okay. And says, well, you put on the back. He goes, on the back, I just put L+K, which is her initial. And I'm like, oh, wow. So no, it's really cute, but it's also scary because middle school kids don't really date for 2 months, do they? And I said,
I had the same little thing for 3 years.
But that was probably just a crush. You didn't even know you existed.
That's not true. I went to school with 22 kids.
Okay, so y'all actually dated for 3 years?
Yes.
But with only 22 kids, there wasn't a whole lot of competition.
There wasn't.
So there was not much competition. Now, my son goes to a huge school, right, with a lot of kids. And I says, so we're talking, guys, we're doing guy talk.
But like dating wasn't anything then. Like you sat next to each other at the basketball game. It wasn't like anything other than that.
So I say, so we're having some really fun conversations. And I'm shocked he's actually talking to me about it. And so I said,
yeah, if he only knew right now that 7,500 people.
He does not care. He's the kind of kid who does not care. And but he's telling me some good information. And I'm like, so I'm just curious. I'm like, back in my day, we didn't have phones. So we'd go by a girl's locker and like put a little note inside that say something like, hey, this, you have a really pretty smile, or I like your hair, or whatever, say hi sometime or whatever.
I remember locker notes.
Put your name. And he goes, yeah, we don't do that anymore. And I'm like, well, how do y'all, flirt with each other? He goes, we just like each other's pictures on Instagram. And I'm like, so you just go by and you like all of her pictures? He goes, no. If you like everything, that's cringy. Now, I guess cringy is a bad thing. Yes, cringe. You can't like all their pictures because that means that you're cringe. You're like desperate for attention. So instead, you have to only like certain pictures. So he will not like pictures where she takes like silly selfies. So he says that she sometimes will take a selfie of her like doing her lips or sticking her tongue out, being silly. He doesn't like those, but he will only like the serious selfies of her where she's like dressed up to go to church or where she's dressed for something. And I thought that was like so darn clever that he would like not want to overdo it. And I'm like, who taught this boy this stuff? Who taught this boy all of these things? What's wrong? You remember Xander during his dating years?
Yeah, but it wasn't this, it wasn't anything like this early. Xander was a pretty quiet kid. And the only thing I remember like was when he was really little and he was like, I got a girl's phone number. Oh, and it was right before summer. And he's like, can you program it in my phone? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, never mind. Like all of a sudden he got like really embarrassed about it.
And he was actually telling you about his girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh. So it was pretty early on, but he, his first real girlfriend is Kendra. Like
His first serious girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they've been together 3.5 years now.
That's a long time. I love Kendra. She's amazing.
They're wonderful.
This lady over here says met her husband in 6th grade and been together ever since. So I guess it can happen, but y'all have to admit that that's very unlikely.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's just not real likely in today's world, right?
Yeah.
And I said, son, do you think that, because she's a cute girl. I says, do a lot of guys try to talk to her? He goes, no, she's real happy with me. So he goes, if she's happy with me, then there's no way she's going to, let any other guy talk to her. I'm like, do guys try to do guys tell you stuff or anything like they're jealous? He goes, no. He goes, So we had a really nice conversation about it. I was thinking about LE though. Remember LE back when he started dating? You remember this because he used to play this game on Snapchat. It wasn't a game though. And you guys may be able to help me here, especially if you're younger. The way they would flirt with girls, still through technology, is by playing those, not follow me, but it was a
streak.
Streak.
That's what Xander and Kendra did too.
Oh my, that is so weird. So tell them how does that game go? Because LE,
it's something about every day sending a message to each other.
But it had to be a picture message.
Yes, but it could be a picture of the floor. It was just the fact
it was so dumb. Yeah. And it just to show that, hey, every day I'm thinking about you. And so today I get a picture of this piece of rolled up tape that Jamie does when she's nervous. Today I get a picture of this box cutter. But every day, Carissa says that still happens. That does not still happen.
That's the only reason I know about it is because Kendra told me that they still have a streak.
No, they do
when
not.
When they're here at prom, they're like, did you do a streak?
With each other?
Yes, sitting right across from each other.
That is so weird.
It's cute. It's cute that they have something that they just keep up with just because. And I don't like.
What if one day they break it? That's going to be all. That will devastate them.
Yeah.
That will devastate them if they break the streak.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I should probably message Xander and remind him every day. Don't you forget that streak.
I don't understand Snapchat. In fact, I think I hate it.
People say they still do that. This lady's niece does that still.
Yeah,
I did not know Snapchat was even still around. That's crazy. Well, I did hear about one social media platform that may not be around much longer.
You said 10 minutes ago that we were leaving. Don't you get into anything deep?
Probably can't talk about this
current
event. I don't think
that you should talk about it.
I wasn't going to say any names, but I know one of them is not going to be around much longer. Anywho, well, listen, I guess we'll let them go then, huh?
Yeah.
I was just getting warmed up though, darn it.
I can tell.
I'm just getting warmed up.
I'm going to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
So I've messaged Lex throughout the week, obviously, like house, school, whatever. And Lex and I have a really wonderful relationship. So about a week ago, I was like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Because obviously he's at that phase where there's no chance that I'm buying anything that I think is going to be cool because I just tell me what you're into. And he was like, he just mostly clothes. I'm like, okay, what kind of clothes? Like, I know you're wearing sweatpants now. He goes, yeah, gave me the no joggers, straight leg. And then he gets into the brand discussion. He's like, either no brand at all or Nike. And he's like, and I'm fine with either one of those, but nothing too flashy. And then he goes, and anything sports as far as basketball, football goes.
This is beautiful.
But don't make it too cringy.
Not that part.
And then he goes, and I want a Jesus hoodie.
He wants Jesus merch.
So then I'm confused at this point in time. And I was
is that a soccer player? What team?
I said, like Jesus Christ, or like, is that a sports person that I'm just not aware of? And he goes, like this, and then sent me back a picture of it. And it was a cross and I was like, how different? Like that is, I would have never in a million years said that was on Lex's will wear list, let alone something he wanted.
Today, he told me that he wants a safe for his room. And a safe. And I says like a box that no one can get into with the combination. He goes, well, I mean, that's okay. He goes, but I want the kind where you push the buttons. And I'm like, a push button safe? He goes, yeah, they make them small. And I'm like, okay, but I'm thinking, why? Why would he want to have a safe? Anyway, I come home and I tell Jamie, I says, hey, we got to, I guess, go somewhere and try to find a safe. And she goes, oh, yeah, she ordered one for Xander a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a push button safe.
Yeah.
That's like a box that can go into your room. And she She
Oh
pulled
my
up her
God.
Amazon list. What's
Paula
wrong?
says those knives are almost sold out now.
Harbor, what?
The knives that I talked about are almost sold out now because
Well, you should have a sponsorship. Gosh
Dang
darn
it.
it! It should have gone on the TikTok shop.
dang it.
No, so listen. So he wants a safe for his room, and I'm thinking, okay, he wants a safe, and I'm thinking to myself, why in the world would my middle school kid want a safe in his room? Why does Xander want one?
So I think that at that time he was really big into collecting cards.
Okay,
Like,
well,
and so he
collector
had
items.
some that were worth some money that he thought, so he wanted to put those in there, plus any of his cash or any of his important documents.
Huh.
Like, I've always had just like a fire safe box.
Okay,
And so he's probably watched me
put important papers
important
in there.
things in there and utilize that as a place to, have important things. So I assume that's what he wanted it for.
I don't know, but he wants a safe. So Jamie went on Amazon and ordered him a safe. So yeah, we will get stuff for our kids. For our kids, obviously.
They're
but
not getting
everyone
knives.
else gets deal or no deal. And the
And
kids will
knives.
still get deal or no deal. And they're not getting knives. Lex will not get a set of knives, okay? Oh Lordy. All right. Well, hey, thank y'all for watching, y'all. I know you have so many things to do and other places you could be. Your time is so valuable to us, and I know it is to you as well. But thank you for giving us a little bit of it. We certainly appreciate it. We love you guys so very much for that.
Well, you stole all my words.
Well, everyone's saying, what about Hank? We can't forget Hank. For the people who are wondering, where's Hank? There he is right over there.
Yeah, he's present.
Hey, Hank.
He's very busy.
He is laying on one of my cool hats.
Thank you for showing all of the mess on the
These are
counter.
my cool hats, and Hank's laying on one of them. That's fine, though. Hank is always nearby. As a matter of fact, tonight in the tub, all of a sudden, kaboom! There's Hank right on the edge of the tub. And I says, you're almost slipped right in here, boy. And he like, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
He just want to come make his presence known. So,
Y'all, we love you all so very much and really are so grateful for the greatest gift of all, which is your time. We hope you have a blessed week. You stay safe. I promise you that Lester Eugene Morrow Jr. will be live and will bring you all of his thoughts several times a day.
Twice a day, Jamie, once on each channel. I do manage 2 channels, y'all, and I got to keep both channels balanced. I call it balance. Okay.
Keep pleasing the people.
I got to please the people, Jamie, and I can't take it. I don't know what I would do with myself. Seriously, I do not know what I would do with myself if I took a day off. I don't know how that would even feel.
That's true.
And I would be bored to death. I'd be bored miserable. Thank y'all for watching, though. And we will end this one the same way we started it with some really neat pictures from this past week. All right. Good night, guys. Brindley, E. Grace, Laura. Wax. Your turn. Oh. Beautiful sunset. That's cute. All right, good night, guys.